911, what's your emergency?
Hi, my fiance is not breathing.
I'm Detective Lance Branson. You want to tell me what happened here?
I came home from work and found my fiance. Jordan! Jordan! Then I was attacked by two intruders wearing masks.
All right, Ross Cause Media.
Hi, everyone. I'm Rebecca Rosales Castillo from Celebrating the Arts.
Celebrating the Arts was invited to press day for the film The Accused.
Dani West worked at Veridian Solutions for nearly 7 years.
My job involved research on what seems like a promising plant-based medicine. But there was trouble in human trials. People dying kind of trouble.
Here is what the cast, director, and writer said about the story.
I mean, it speaks to corruption on multiple levels within the police, within, pharmaceutical companies. And I think it also speaks to those people who are the scientists and the doctors, who are the police officers, who are there for the right reasons. But if they don't dig in and understand the people they're working for, that they're also part of the corruption. And that's pretty much Lance and Dani. Like, they're unaware that they're kind of part of the problem of the corrupt situation they're in until they have to fight against it. So it's not enough to be the good person in there. You also have to change the structure that you're in.
It's really fighting for your own voice. It's fighting against forces that would sort of manipulate and exploit you for their own purposes, which is effectively what most of this is. It's a fight for your own individual rights. It's a fight for a system and for a community that deserves to be represented. And those are the things that I think are worth fighting for.
There are dirty cops involved.
I want Dani West dead.
Your fingerprints on the vial.
You're looking at manufactured evidence.
You're looking at 25 to life.
I've been fighting for justice for the last 4 years, and not just for myself, but for everyone who wanted to have body autonomy and not take the therapeutic shot that was given 3.5, 4 years ago. So when you look at something like that and you read the script, there's so many parallels, and I felt like it was just God telling me that I needed to be at the forefront of this project.
Someone is trying to set me up. I have to get back to my office, see if I can find any type of proof. That's going to be dangerous.
Through my character in the film, she's very rooted in, we were talking about community, but like Lance is saying, being aware of what you're doing and the companies that we're working for and what that says, because it is very important to stand up for what's right and what's good.
Come out with your hands up or we will shoot you.
We did a lot of our own fight sequences, but when it got to the really next level stuff, I'll say, we had an incredible stunt double team. I actually had two, Heidi and Casey, made me look much cooler than I am. We also had an incredible fight choreographer named Corey Pierna, who is our coordinator. And I got to tell you, the stunt team on this really, really pulled it out.
Where is she? We're in pursuit of a fugitive.
She should be considered armed and extremely dangerous.
As a writer, I get ideas just from casually watching the news, and then things spark inside of me and I get very passionate about it. And then I jot it down. I have to follow this up. I have to write this. I can't think of anything specific, but just there's so much injustice going on generally. And I really felt like she was a great character in this movie to show us how you believe in yourself and rely on your personal strength and your ability to get through the mountain. And, we all have these struggles on a regular basis, but I just thought I thought the character was a great example of how to just keep at it and keep going through. It's just generally the injustices that I've seen, in the news outlets that got me going on this.
Dani, drop any weapons and surrender peacefully.
Why are people dying over Zudico?
This is bigger than all of us.
Guess I can't just mind my own business.
I'm trying to help you.
I will shoot you.
Whenever I get a chance to interview artists from around the world, I always ask them this question. I would like to ask all of you this question. What do the arts mean to you?
I would say freedom, because through arts and music and culture, we can communicate in a way that is free and open. It's a way to use our voice to try to break through by being storytellers.
Art changed the way I look at things. You're able to put yourself in someone else's shoes, right? Understand that you're not the only one going through some stuff. And when you are going through some stuff, guess what? The world is still going on around you. We're all on the same road to success and health and happiness, but that road gets rocky for all of us. So I think for me, that's what art allows me to see.
I had this wonderful acting teacher who had all of us in the class write a true monologue, something that happened to us traumatically. And she would hand out our monologues to the other students. Our names aren't on them. Nobody knows whose is what story. And it was your job as an actor to take it home, do your homework, and do the monologue in class. And she was like, the care that you guys took with each other's stories, you have to take that with every piece of work, because every piece of work is somebody's story. That's what we do as artists. We get to take on stories because there's so many people who don't have an opportunity to have a voice, and we get to be their voice. So I see it as a big responsibility.
It's just always there for me, and always there for people to experience different arts, to be able to go to a museum and look at a Picasso, or even go to the corner art museum and see some street art that somebody put out there and be affected by that, and to understand that that can change the next hour, year, or 5 years of my life. It's really a transformation as an artist as we continue down the journey as artists.
You go to a theater and you see something really good and really wonderful, or you go and see a piece of visual art, or a band, or anything really. It could be anything. It doesn't necessarily, you read something. You're not just seeing something technically proficient. You're seeing somebody share a piece of their humanity, and the transaction is the recognition of it. And you recognize something in yourself outside of yourself. And it's just this wonderful sort of communal feeling that makes you not feel alone in things. And to me, that was everything to me. And so I think that's what it means to me. It means community. It means the sharing of your humanity.
I kind of joke on my website that writing is like really cheap therapy, but it's a way for me personally to kind of expand my understanding of the world, because stuff happens all the time and I just kind of scratch my head and I go, what? But as a writer, if I can get into that story and I can write that character, it creates a kind of compassion or sympathy for them, to try and understand where they're coming from, because I'm one of these idealists where I don't believe that people are bad. I think they're intrinsically good. So for me, I have to go through and I have to write their characters till I get to a point where, oh, this is why they acted the way they did. This is what triggered them. Sometimes I get triggered and I go, blah, and it's like, it's not that situation. It's something that happened to me when I was 10, right? So writing for me has helped me process life. Basically, it's huge.
Thank you so much, everyone. It's such a beautiful film. It really is terrific. And thank you all for your art.
You stole a cop car and a cop?
I needed leverage. Having him buys me time.
I'm not sure you factored in the kind of time you just bought.
Check out The Accused, now streaming on BET+.